Yo, Wagwan, hope you're having a great day. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to auto-tune your vocals in FL Studio 20, and we're going to be comparing three different auto-tune plugins, that tune your vocals, pitch correct your vocals, so you can sing like Future or, you know, your favorite singing rappers basically. Now, if you don't know who I am, I'm Jay Carter from jcarterray.com, teaching you how to be better at music, marketing, and online business. Now, this is the #1 spot for creatives and musicians that don't want to be starving artists. So if that sounds like you, this is the place to be. You might want to subscribe and check out the rest of the content on the channel. Now, for this video, I'm going to be going through a skeleton / draft of a song that I wrote and recorded back in June, I believe, maybe even a little bit earlier than that. Maybe it was like the month before June, which off the top of my head I can't do it. Maybe April, I don't know. So, you know, I don't know if this is going to be the final take of the song, all that sort of stuff, so keep that in mind. And also, my mixing quality isn't where it's going to be for the full release, so keep that in mind as well, because I haven't mixed the song since June because I've just been focusing on getting my production chops up there. So yeah, think about that as well. But before we get into the video, if you want to download 10+ free beats from me, just go to jcarterray.com /free beats, grab those so you can make your next hit song ASAP. And yeah, totally free, go and get those. But in this video, we're going to be looking at three plugins. We're going to be looking at AutoTune Pro, which is auto-tune. That's probably the first thing you think of when you hear auto-tuning and pitch correction, all that sort of stuff. And we're going to be looking at Nectar 3 from iZotope, and then we're going to be looking at Pitcher, which is a free plugin that comes with FL Studio. So let's get into it. For this video, I'm going to be basically going through the verse section of this song. Here's my mixing bus, or mixing, I forgot what you call it, my mixing setup for this vocal track. Basically, we are going to turn off Nectar. And before we even get into it, I want to say it's a bit unfair to compare Nectar to these other pitch correction plugins, because Nectar just does more, and you'll see throughout the video, but it has other modules to it. It's not just pitch correction. It basically is a plugin for vocal mixing. So if you want to mix your vocals, Nectar's got you there. So first I'm going to play this through completely dry, then I'm going to play it with AutoTune, then I'm going to play it with Nectar, then I'm going to play it with Pitcher, and that's how we're going to go. Also, I do need to let you know that there is no compressor on this track because there's not enough space. I'm going to be adding Nectar again to show you how its automatic vocal processing works. So there just wasn't enough space to add the compressor. Usually I'd have a compressor on here with these other plugins, but Nectar has its own built-in compressor. So generally, personally, for my tracks, I'll use AutoTune and Nectar, and I'll mix those together. So let me just quickly go through my mixing strip here so you can kind of understand what's going on. So we've got Maximus, which is basically only being used as a de-esser to get rid of the S's in the vocals. Then I've got Parametric EQ twice, which is basically just taking out some of the crappy frequencies and the low end. And the way to do this is you'd have to sweep the frequencies for your specific voice. I believe did I do this twice? No, this one just got a bit of a boost in on the high end. Then I've got Sound Goodizer, which is on the D setting, and that's what it's set to. Then we got Fruity Flanger, which honestly, I still to this day, I'm not 100% sure what a flanger does, but it just gives it a bit of character as far as I know. Like, that's basically what it does. And then we got a W1 limiter, which is a free plugin as well, which just makes the vocals a little bit more in your face, a little bit more up front. So let's play through this verse really quick with no auto-tune plugins, which is going to sound horrible. So please don't judge me on this because it's going to sound horrible. And then we'll bring in auto-tune, then we'll bring in Nectar. I'll show you how the vocal processing automatic thing works, and then we'll bring in Pitcher. So let's press play.
She's so buff I might tolerate her kids. Patience razor thin. That man spent bags on drip. I like my finances. I got simple taste. Like please don't waste my time. This green it cloud my mind. I gotta take a break. Yeah. I put the money in speakers. Had to hide it from the demons. We were riding no feelings. That's the game. Yeah. I can package what you wanted. I can serve you and your mother. And we dodging undercovers. And I like her, she love it. Look at my drip. Look at my rings.
Alright, sounds absolutely abysmal there because we've got no pitch correction there whatsoever. So let's fling on AutoTune. I'll show you my AutoTune settings so you can see what's going on over here. We've got humanize on 14, we've got natural vibrato on 0, we've got retune speed on 4, and the price for AutoTune I believe is $3.99. So it's not cheap. It's not cheap at all. And the key is F sharp minor. So let's play this back and you should hear a big difference in this. Although it's still not compressed, so it's still gonna sound a little bit weak. So let's play this back.
She's so buff I might tolerate her kids. Patience razor thin. That man spent bags on drip. I like my finances. I got simple taste. Like please don't waste my time. This green it cloud my mind. I gotta take a break. Yeah. I put the money in speakers. Had to hide it from the demons. We were riding no feelings. That's the game. Yeah. I can package what you wanted. I can serve you and your mother. And we dodging undercovers. And I like her, she love it. Look at my drip.
Okay, so that's that. Honestly, now I'm thinking that maybe I should have just put on Nectar and just let the compressor and stuff ride and turn off the pitch correction. But, you know, that's all long. So now let's turn on Nectar. And it's gonna have... Oh, don't tell me you've crashed on me. Don't crash on me. Allow it. Okay, so yes, it did crash and now we are back up and running, and here we have Nectar. We don't really need this channel rack at all right about now, so let's get rid of that. And I've got it set in low register. It's on F sharp minor. I believe we can solo it so you won't hear the compressor and all that sort of stuff. So let's do that because I think that's more of a fair comparison. And then we can bring in all that other stuff after and let you hear what difference that makes. So let's play that back.
She's so buff I might tolerate.
Okay, that did a little bit of a jump, so let's do this again.
She's so buff I might.
Come on, allow it, please.
She's so buff I might tolerate her kids. Patience razor thin. That man spent bags on drip. I like my finances. I got simple taste. Like please don't waste my time. This green it cloud my mind. I gotta take a break. Yeah. I put the money in speakers. Had to hide it from the demons. We were riding no feelings. That's the game. Yeah. I can package what you wanted. I can serve you and your mother. And we dodging undercovers. And I like her, she love it. Look at my drip.
Okay, so my system's going absolutely crazy right about now. It doesn't like all the plugins and all the stuff that I've got on. Really, you should not be mixing your song like this. It's too much stuff going on at one place, especially because I'm recording as well. So let's take off the solo and we should have a bit of compression in there and it should sound a little bit louder. Let's hear what that sounds like.
She's so buff I might tolerate her kids. Patience razor thin. That man spent bags on drip. I like my finances. I got simple taste. Like please don't waste my time. This green it cloud my mind. I gotta take a break. Yeah. I put the money in speakers. Had to hide it from the demons. We were riding no feelings. That's the game. Yeah. I can package what you wanted. I can serve you and your mother. And we dodging undercovers. And I like her, she love it. Look at my drip.
Okay, that sounded the best, and I forgot that I'm actually using compression correctly here. So it's not making everything louder, it's just keeping everything the same level. So now what I want to do here is I want to bring up Nectar's vocal assistant, because this is a really interesting thing that I think everyone should know about, especially if you're new to mixing and basically producing your own songs and all that sort of stuff, because this is really going to help you along, because it basically just does everything that you need it to do for you. Now, I should have showed you my other Nectar. I just went into Neutron, not Nectar, my bad. I should have showed you my other Nectar settings, but we can go back and show you that in a bit. But basically, I've just got some EQing and compression and a little bit of delay and, you know, that sort of stuff. I've turned off reverb and all that sort of stuff, because I've actually got a reverb send where I'm using Seventh Heaven reverb. So this is what you start off with in Vocal Assistant. Let me see if I can change this to F minor right now. And then what you do in Vocal Assistant is you can basically do both of these. You can unmask or you can assist. What we're going to do right now is assist, and we want it to be modern. We kind of want it to be aggressive, to be honest. So now we just need to play the audio. So let's get it.
She's so buff, I might tolerate her kids. Patience razor thin. That man spent bags on drip. I like my finances. I got simple taste. Like, please don't waste my time. This green, it cloud my mind. I gotta take a break. Yeah. I put the money in speakers. Had to hide it from the demons. We were riding no feelings. That's the game. Yeah. I can package what you wanted. I can serve you and your mother. And we dodging undercovers. And I like her, she love it. Look at my drip. Look at my rings. Look at my wrist. Look at my chain.
Okay, so this is what we've got. I don't know why they think it's C chromatic, but maybe it sounds like that. It's definitely not C chromatic. Let's bring this to F minor. And what they've given us is a bit of EQ. We've got a DSR. We've got another EQ with some boosts. We've got the compressor. And we've got reverb, which we won't need on. So it's basically the same thing that I've got in my other Nectar. And it got the low register, yeah. So I think we are on the right thing. But I think it had correction off, so we want to turn that on. And here we go.
She's so buff, I might tolerate her kids. Patience razor thin. That man spent bags on drip. I like my finances. I got simple taste. Like, please don't waste my time. This green, it cloud my mind. I gotta take a break. Yeah. I put the money in speakers. Had to hide it from the demons. We were riding no feelings. That's the game. Yeah. I can package what you wanted. I can serve you and your mother. And we dodging undercovers. And I like her, she love it. Look at my drip.
So that sounds pretty good, to be honest. Like, I could just go through that and not really edit it much. Let me quickly compare it to the other Nectar that I've got, which is basically I did the vocal thing and then I edited it a little bit, which, you know, I suggest if you're mixing your song, you do want to go in there and make sure that everything sounds how you want it to sound. But this sounds pretty professional. It sounds like it's ready to go, basically.
She's so buff, I might tolerate her kids. Patience razor thin. That man spent bags on drip. I like my finances. I got simple taste. Like, please don't waste my time. This green, it cloud my mind. I gotta take a break. Yeah. I put the money in speakers. Had to hide it from the demons. We were riding no feelings. That's the game. Yeah. I can package what you wanted. I can serve you and your mother. And we dodging undercovers. And I like her, she love it. Look at my drip.
Like this, that just sounds. I think the compression's better. Like, it's at the right place, basically, and whatnot. But yeah, I did obviously go in and deal with that, and I did change the actual vocal mix to match where this compressor was. So that's a bit of an unfair comparison to that. Now we can try out Pitcher, which is FL Studio's built-in AutoTune. Basically, it pitch corrects your vocals. Now you can set it to fast, you can set it to slow. We generally want it to be quite fast, maybe around here, and we'll leave everything else and let's see what it sounds like.
She's so buff, I might tolerate her kids. patience razor thin. That man spent bags on drip, I like my finances. I got simple taste, like please don't waste my time. This green, it cloud my mind, I gotta take a break, yeah. I put the money in speakers, had to hide it from the demons. We were riding no feelings, that's the game, yeah. I can package what you wanted, I can serve you and your mother. And we dodging on the covers, and I like her, she love it. Look at my
Now with that, it's got, for me, it's got too much of that robotic sound. Like it sounds like it's being tuned, which is not what I really want. So let me see if we make it a little bit faster, maybe it will just be tuned so it won't sound like it's being tuned. So let's hear this back.
She's so buff, I might tolerate her kids. Patience razor thin. That man spent bags on drip, I like my finances. I got simple taste, like please don't waste my time. This green, it cloud my mind, I gotta take a break, yeah. I put the money in speakers, had to hide it from the demons. We were riding no feelings, that's the game, yeah. I can package what you wanted, I can serve you and your mother. And we dodging on the covers, and I like her, she love it. Look at my
So that's how you're gonna sound if you use the free option within FL Studio, which basically at some points it sounds like I'm gargling water. I don't like that. I don't like that vibe, so I don't use Pitcher. Generally, I would suggest you go with AutoTune or Nectar. And if you only have enough money for one of them and you only want to get one, because it is expensive to grab both of them, I'm not gonna lie, it's not cheap. I would suggest that you grab Nectar, because Nectar has all the other modules and it has the automatic vocal processing, which is basically going to get your vocals sounding correctly. And you can get a free trial for it. You can get a free trial of AutoTune as well. But let's see what the price is, because I have forgotten. It's $249, so it's cheaper than AutoTune. And it has more than AutoTune, so I would suggest going with this. It's just the better deal in my opinion, and better for someone who's trying to mix their vocals. If all you want is tuning, then maybe you go with Nectar as well, to be honest, because I don't really see AutoTune doing much better. The only reason I rarely got AutoTune is that name recognition, bro. They got AutoTune in it. They make AutoTune. So if you want AutoTune, it just made sense to me to get AutoTune, like the industry standard, what T-Pain uses and all that sort of stuff. But when I'm actually mixing my songs, I use the both of them together, and this is what that sounds like, because generally I wouldn't have Nectar 3 tuning as well. So I'm gonna see what it sounds like without the correction and see what it sounds like with the correction. But I'd use Nectar 3 to basically have the other audio settings, and you can go through the presets and all that sort of stuff, which we're not going to deal with right about now. I do that in my Nectar 3 review video when I get around to that, when I practice a bit more with my vocal processing and mixing and song mixing and that sort of stuff. So let's hear it back with AutoTune and Nectar at the same time. So just to be clear, we have AutoTune tuning the vocals, and we have Nectar basically compressing and applying EQ and de-essers and all that sort of stuff.
She's so buff, I might tolerate her kids. Patience razor thin. That man spent bags on drip, I like my finances. I got simple taste, like please don't waste my time. This green, it cloud my mind, I gotta take a break, yeah. I put the money in speakers, had to hide it from the demons. We were riding no feelings, that's the game, yeah. I can package what you wanted, I can serve you and your mother. And we dodging on the covers, and I like her, she love it. Look at my drip.
And when you compare that tuning to the Pitcher tuning, it's just so much smoother, so much cleaner. You don't really tell that it's being tuned that much. Let's see with both corrections on. Now with this, it's just going to make sure there's nothing out of tune and all that sort of stuff. But generally, there's no real need to correct it twice, but you might get a different sound. So let's see what it's sounding like here.
She's so buff, I might tolerate her kids. Patience razor thin. That man spent bags on drip. I like my finances. I got simple taste. Like please don't waste my time. This green it cloud my mind. I gotta take a break. Yeah. I put the money in speedy cause had to hide it from the demons. We were riding no feelings. That's the game. Yeah. I can package what you wanted. I can serve you and your mother. And we dodging undercovers. And I like her, she love it. Look at my drip.
Now with that certain points, you can hear that it's being tuned and whatnot, but this may just be the speed is higher than the AutoTune speed. Let me actually go and check that. Hopefully it doesn't crash, hopefully, because opening 2 plugins at the same time, it might just crash. Please don't, because this is 20 milliseconds. What's the retune speed? I can't even know. It's 4, that's not milliseconds. And yeah, so I guess that's 4 milliseconds. So it's just a little bit of extra tuning there. It's not necessary. Generally, I don't want it to sound super tuned. I just want it to be tuned. I want it to sound like slightly tuned, and that's that kind of future vibe that I generally go for, and the vibe that you may be going for as well. But this is basically, you know, showing you how you can use these plugins to get different sounds and to get your vocals sounding how you want them to sound. Now, I hope this video has helped you out and given you some useful insight into what plugin, what pitch correction, what auto tuning plugin you should get for your purposes. Really highly suggest you get Nectar because it just has more, and it does more than the auto tune, because auto tune just does one thing. It just tunes your vocals, and then you still need to be able to compress your vocals, EQ your vocals, do all that sort of stuff. Nectar basically does that for you. I would suggest you actually going there and tweak things to your liking to get the sound you want, because yes, you can apply a preset and have everything, you know, set up very easily, but you may still need to go in there and, you know, twiddle with certain knobs and all that sort of stuff. I don't want you to just think, yo, you slap this on and it's done. Yeah, that could be the case, but you might also have to, you know, maneuver things, finagle some stuff to get it exactly how you want it to be. I hope this video has, you know, helped you make this decision and move forward to get that sound that you want and to get your vocals sounding like future Vandross, baby. And yeah, if you want to get 10 free beats, go to jcarteray.com/free beats. Go and grab those ASAP before they're not available anymore. I don't know how long I'm gonna let those beats be available, but probably not forever. So go and grab those as soon as possible while they're still available. And before I go, question of the day is, what pitch correction plugins have you been using so far? What pitch correction plugins have you been thinking about? I know there's like WaveTune and some other stuff. So I've also got Newtone as well, but I've never really used that. I've tried Melodyne before in the past. So let me know what other pitch correction tools you're thinking of using that you'd like to see a review on, or pitch correction tools that you are using that you think are really good that maybe I should check out. Let me know in the comment section down below, and that will help everyone else as well, help the community understand what's good, what they should be checking out, that sort of stuff. In the next video, you'll learn more about music, online marketing, and online business. So I'll see you there. Peace out.